I'm Orion Breen with the South Portland Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Cashel Stewart, the Sustainability Transportation Coordinator for the City of South Portland. Did I get your title right?
Close, Sustainable Transportation Coordinator, but yeah, spot on.
So what would you like to get the word out about?
I just want to take a few minutes of South Portland business community's time to discuss a grant program that the city is just releasing now. It's called the Economic and Sustainable Development Grants Program. It's actually made up of two separate grants. The first is the Conditional Economic Development Grant, and that's for businesses making significant site improvements, building improvements, adding jobs to their workforce, things like that, and has a heavy preference for sustainability. And the second, the one that I'm going to be talking about really today, is the Level 2 electric vehicle charging grant. And that's for any business that's looking to add EV charging stations to their locations. The first grant, if you have any questions about that, Bill Mann, he's running the show for that one. Maybe you can have Bill on separately to talk about that one. All that grant information can be found alongside this one. So at the end, I'll give information about where you can go to find more information. I guess I'll just speak briefly about what the city's doing. We have already begun our transition. We have 230 vehicles in our city fleet, approximately. We have 10 electric vehicles. So every year we're trying to, wherever possible, transition our fleet to electric. And we're trying to add EV charging at our own sites, our municipal buildings, our municipal properties. But this program, we really want to help facilitate the transition everywhere else in the city and give a boost to local businesses who want to add chargers to their locations. And really with the goal in mind of building a cohesive network of chargers around the city that allow people who aren't quite ready to make the leap to an electric vehicle, feel more comfortable about having charging options around the city. So this program will fund Level 2 EV chargers. Those are the medium speed chargers. With about an hour's charge, you can get somewhere in the realm of 40 miles of range. These really make them ideal chargers for workplaces, for businesses where people are spending, around an hour or anything more than that, of course. And they're also much cheaper than fast chargers. And the electricity costs will be cheaper and less likelihood of affecting a demand charge. The program will award 50% of the allowable costs of EV charger projects, up to $5,000 per plug, and any project with between 2 to 6 plugs is eligible. Allowable costs include everything from equipment to materials to installation to construction. Really just about everything is included, which is great because a lot of the cost is often associated with not putting the charger there or buying the charger. It's the site work related with installing the charger. These chargers can be networked, which means a company can come in and handle the point of service action and charge the user for the electricity instead of putting that burden on the business itself. They can also have dual plugs, which is like two charger plugs on one pedestal. That can cut down the costs too, because we're covering $5,000 per charger plug, not per charger pedestal. So we'll be awarding grants competitively and on a rolling basis. We'll be doing a quarterly review of applications. First deadline is September 30th. The main points we'll be looking for when we're evaluating applications is visibility and potential for public use. We really want these chargers to be used a lot. We want to build excitement around EVs. We want to build out that comfort level for people with having charging options around the city. The second is cost effectiveness and ease of installation. We really want to use our money efficiently. We'll be giving priority to projects that have less costs that go into the construction, the running of the conduit, the trenching, just where the costs, we're getting the most bang for our buck, the most chargers we can add to the city. And thirdly is the location in the city. We want to be able to build out this network of chargers that's spread out spatially around the city. We want it to be accessible to all members of our community. So we'll compare project proposals with that in mind. The application process is It's all online. It's on our city website, the economic development page. I'd be happy to print it if people need that. I can translate it if a business needs that. But it's pretty straightforward. A map of the site. What kind of chargers you're going with, things like that. We really wanted to make it as easy as possible for people. You can give them my email. It's cstewart@southportland.org. I'd be happy to answer any questions further.
How many are you looking to build in South Portland?
Minimum, we'd like to get 15. Ideally, there's some lower cost projects out there too, and we can get closer to 20 plugs. But that would be awesome. Because right now, the city has 11 charger plugs, and there's somewhere in the ballpark of 10, maybe 15 other plugs around the city. But this would double that.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for all the work you're doing for the city.
You bet. Thanks for having me. And like I said, reach out with any questions about the grant program. We're really excited about it, and we encourage applications, no matter how small. Look forward to hearing from people, and thanks again.